Welcome to the Patriotic Pulpit. I am Bill Lockwood. Donald Trump made an interesting statement the other day, reported by Post Millennial, regarding foreign aid and that America needs to no longer give away foreign aid to any other nation. This was on Saturday. The report reads that former President Donald Trump called for the end of all foreign aid unless it is a loan and not just a giveaway. In a statement on Truth Social, Trump said, "From this point forward, no money in the form of foreign aid should be given to any country unless it is done as a loan." Now, a full statement here I want to notice, but before that, I want to say immediately, what a breath of fresh air. This is exactly what the Constitution is all about. There is not a line in the Constitution that enables our congressmen or our government or any governing official to give away money to any foreign country, not even $1, not to Israel, not to Ukraine, not to an African nation, not to NATO, not anywhere. There is not anywhere in the Constitution authority to give away the hard-earned taxpayer dollars to any country whatsoever. So here's Trump's statement on Truth Social. This is the lengthy statement that he gave. From this point forward, are you listening, U.S. Senate? No money in the form of foreign aid should be given to any country unless it is done as a loan, not just a giveaway. It can be loaned on extraordinarily good terms, like no interest and an unlimited life, but a loan nevertheless. The deal should be contingent. That is, the U.S. is helping you as a nation, but if the country we're helping ever turns against us, or strikes it rich sometime in the future, the loan will be paid off, the money returned to the United States. We should never give money anymore without the hope of a payback or without strings attached. The United States of America should be stupid no longer. A couple of things regarding this. Number one, this is exactly in line with the Founding Fathers. What a great statement it is from Donald Trump. And this is why the left absolutely hates him, because he wants to roll back the socialistic style government, the international socialistic redistribution of money that is going on by our Congress right now. We give away more money to all these nations, and we redistribute money in our own nation, which is all completely unconstitutional under our form of government, so stated our own Founding Fathers. And Donald Trump boldly comes out and states exactly the truth on this completely. And this is why the left hates him. I can be loaned an extraordinarily good terms, or it can be, he said, like no interest, unlimited life, but a loan nevertheless. That's the idea. On Thursday, the Senate advanced a $95.3 billion foreign aid bill. 17 GOP senators voted with the Democrats to advance the bill for a final vote. The current version will send $48 billion to Ukraine, $11 billion to Israel, $9 billion to Gaza, and almost $5 billion to Taiwan. All of this, of course, $95.3 billion, and all without one scintilla of a constitutional authority to do so at all. Well, that current version sends $95.3 billion, but a previous bill had $20.23 billion, that is $20.23 billion, for protecting the U.S. border. So what they want to do is they want to tie protecting the border into foreign aid. Simultaneously, that is sending $60 billion to Ukraine, $14 billion to Israel. At the same time, we'll protect the border with $60 billion. A couple of other things to notice here. Number one, just notice the chicanery that is going on by the Democrats in Congress that is tying a constitutional authority protecting our border to foreign aid, something that is unconstitutional. And isn't it interesting that the Democrats used to say, well, We want to get out of war. We want to stay out of war. And yet we got a Democrat in the White House and the Democrats running Congress, and they do nothing but get us into one war after the other. Pulled us out of Afghanistan in a ridiculous pullout. But now we go right into Ukraine. Now we're into Israel. Now we have war right in the United States. We tear down our borders. We go protect borders of other nations, but we can't protect our own border. And so tying border security, a constitutional authorized duty of Congress, to foreign aid, something that is unconstitutional. That's number one to notice. Number two, I want you to notice this, that protecting the U.S. border is not about sending more money. It's about having a backbone to do what needs to be done. I have said this so many times on this program, and that is that as long as I can remember, from the 1970s onward, when I graduated high school, we have been crying about, that is, Americans have been crying about, I'm from Arizona, we were crying about protecting the border, stopping the flow of illegal immigrants into this nation. And there's only one reason that we have not done so, and that is because the will of the congressmen is not aligned with the will of the people. That is, they are weak, they don't want to do it, they don't want to stop it. Whether Republicans or Democrats, even George W. Bush, he wanted to open up the borders, but everybody threw a shoe on that one. And here it is again. They want to have a protecting the border bill, which involves sending money as well as other things and allowing more illegals in, but their duty is to stop the flow of immigrants on the border. This is why House Speaker Mike Johnson of Louisiana warned that the bill was dead on arrival if it passed the Senate. Well, this bill regarding the border, allowing so many illegals in per day and then stop it, it shows they can stop the border, they can stop the flow of immigration, they just don't want to. I want to suggest this: as long as we're talking about foreign aid and the unconstitutionality of sending money to foreign nations, it is unconstitutional to offer $1 of my tax money to someone coming over the border. I heard James Frank the other day, a representative in the state of Texas from this area in Wichita Falls, say that, most of the illegals coming across are hardworking immigrants and they want jobs and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Who knows? Who knows? If we give away more money to the illegals that are coming across, we give them free plane tickets without airport security, we give them free lunches, we give them free medical care, we give them free education, and you pay the bill, who knows whether they're coming to work or not? I'd suggest this test. Cut off all money to illegal immigrants, period. That would be constitutional. If you want to follow the Constitution, this is it. Cut off all money to illegals, period, and then we will see how many people are attracted to come over here to find jobs. I bet you very well that it will stop the flow of illegal immigrants almost completely. So this idea about all of them coming across are hard workers and they just want a better life, they want a better life on your ticket. And the government has no business taking $1 of your money and giving it to any illegal coming across the border. Now, someone might say, well, how about treaties? Isn't it the case that we have treaties in foreign countries or with foreign nations in Europe, for example, and that we should uphold those treaties? I want you to notice in Article 6, Section 2 of the Constitution, which covers treaties and treaty making by Congress, that the commentators on the Constitution at the constitutional period, James Madison being one of them, several others, Alexander Hamilton another one, all said that these treaties are only valid if they are in pursuance to the Constitution. In other words, if it is unconstitutional anyway, it doesn't matter what the treaty says or not. In other words, to giving our money away to a foreign nation, a foreign country such as Ukraine to fight a war, is unconstitutional. Let's go back to the Constitution. So exactly what Donald Trump said on Truth Social is what we ought to do. If we want to give money as loans, that's one thing. But to give away money continually, that's completely something else entirely.